for persistence, because Tranmere were very, very much in terms of defenders, very much numerically outnumbered Birmingham there. Tranmere won't be very happy at all with conceding that. But the little fella's batted his way through for a goal and he's off his own there.
Clarkson's long ball as Sturridge goes chasing through, and there's a goal from Sturridge. Birmingham ahead just before the halfway point in the first half, and the persistence of Sturridge paid off to the delight of the Birmingham City following, and the leading goal scorer strikes again.
Yes, that's a deserved goal. Nixon won't be terribly happy the way he's run past the ball there. Full marks to little Sturridge. He's read the flick on. Once again, the long ball coming up from Clarkson. A touch on here by Gale, a good touch on. Now, I would just wonder whether Mark Hughes will be a little bit disappointed he hasn't taken up a good covering position there. But that, as you say, is a triumph really for persistence, because Tranmere were very, very much in terms of defenders, very much numerically outnumbered Birmingham there. Tranmere won't be very happy at all with conceding that. But the little fella's batted his way through for a goal and he's out of his own there.
But that's confident defending though by Higgins. Then he gives it away to Yates. Driving through from the midfield. Gale. He had the strength then to shake off Vickers and scores Birmingham's second in the most emphatic fashion. Lou Macari off the bench applauding, and well he might. Cracking shot then by John Gale.
Oh, that is an absolute blinding goal. He shows great skill here. I didn't think he possessed that sort of skill to lose Vickers. And I must admit, when he hit this, I thought he would have to go for the far side of the goal. He's hit that past, you'll probably see it from behind better here. Superb link up there from Little Robinson. Good turn. From there, you would think you'd have to beat Nixon at the far post. He's rattled one past the inside on the near post. That is a magnificent goal.
5 minutes to half-time, and Birmingham have taken a 2-0 lead. And how about that then for a strike from John Gale? Morrissey finding Brannan, making a good positive forward run here. Now Morrissey patrolling the left flank of this half, as Ron Atkinson suggested he might. Malkin. Malkin is onside. Cooper, and they've got one back. Cooper has scored. A look of grim determination on his face, and Tranmere Rovers are back in business. Excellent post play by Morrissey. Then from Malkin.
Well, that's a lovely through ball from Morrissey. Malkin has held his run, stayed onside. A little bit of a scruffy ball in. Cooper will have enjoyed that. And all of a sudden now what's happened, Tranmere have actually pushed 4 forwards up the play. Malkin is an out-and-out right winger. Morrissey has switched to the left flank, although he was cutting in there. I think there might just have been a suggestion there. I don't know if it shows that of Steele being in an offside position. Not interfering with play might be added.
That's great work by Morrissey. Malkin takes it up, and an excellent flick into the corner then by Cooper.
The Birmingham defence has now got far more problems than it's had all game.
I think Johnny King just felt that Chris Malkin had lost his way a little bit in recent times. He had a spell out through injury, so he didn't make the starting lineup. But he's certainly making his presence felt now that he's on the field. Morrissey. And a goal from Steele! It's 2-2! And the match winner from last season has struck again. And what an extraordinary turnaround here in the second half. Johnny King isn't getting too excited, but the Tranmere fans are. An inspired comeback by Tranmere, and that's a terrific header by Jim Steele.
Yes, marvellous little piece of play here. Nice little layoff there to Morrissey. Very, very much a quality ball in. And Steele, he's done it for years. Drew one from the memory bank there. One of his specials. But it's been coming for a while now. Birmingham haven't really been able to deal with Tranmere's momentum.
And a very popular figure now at Tranmere Rovers. Drilled in towards Overson. There's Gale! And he's done it again! Fabulous strike by Gale, who goes off to receive the acclaim of the Birmingham supporters. 2 goals for John Gale, and Birmingham are back in front. One by Overson in the air.
Well, it's the old 1-2 again. Clarkson, a big high ball to the far post. Overson keeps the ball in the penalty box, and Gale, I don't know what he's been taking, but certainly this isn't the Gale I've seen over the years. I mean, that is a goal that will grace any cup final, any game. Lets it go past his right shoulder, hooks it, and he probably knew when he hit it, it was goal bound.
Just over 5 minutes to go, and it's Birmingham 3, Tranmere 2.
Let's see if Mark's there. Mark, you there? Mark?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, nice one. How you doing, alright?
Yeah.
Nice one. How you doing, alright?
Yeah, super.
There's a few standout eras really. There's obviously the obvious things like the birth of metal, Black Sabbath.
Your late 60s, early 70s sort of metal.
Yeah.
Yes,
that was a very important.
But
The original rude boy, alongside Safe Ferry.
It's coming down to get you away. And once it got you, it will take you away. There is a fire, we're gonna burn it down. We're gonna burn, burn, burn down to the ground.
That is a brand new song.
Rude girl moving on the dance floor. Ain't got no problems or no more. Stinking her troubles away. Nothing nobody can say. Rudy looking smooth in the dance hall. He jumping like troubles are all gone. Rudy done move and he sway. Nothing nobody can say. There is a new sound coming around. There is a new sound out on the town. We gonna set this place on fire. Rude girl, tough, she is a fighter. We gonna take you away.
Take you away.
Take all your troubles away.
Take.
Dance all night till you feel nothing. Rude boy hanging with your brother. Rudy done move and he sway. Stinking your troubles away. There is a new sound coming around. There is a new sound up from the ground. There is a new sound coming around. There is a new sound out on the town.
Burn on the music, ever burn on it down. Gather all people for this brand new song. Girls come and make we jump around. Jumping around to this brand new song.
Coming down to get you. Once it got you, it will take you away. We gonna burn this one down to the ground.
Burn it down. Pump on the dance floor. Next scan.
Oh, it's coming down to get you away. And once it got you, it will take you away. There is a new sound. We're gonna burn it down. There is a new sound coming around. There is a new sound up from the ground. There is a new sound coming around. There is a new sound out on the town. Burn, burn, down to the
We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham City, down at St Andrews, we are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's hear you in the car.
Welcome once again to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Elite Maintenance of Stone in Staffordshire. Tonight's special guest on the phone around 8 o'clock will be Ian Clarkson, who spent a good 6 years at Blues in those Leyland Daft Cup era. Well, what can I say? We're all seeing this new style of football coming through and it looks good. However, we were sloppy for the first 10 minutes and many passes went astray in midfield. Sheffield Wednesday were always going to be a big ask, and I, for one, don't think we deserved to lose the game in the way we did. Hitting the woodwork 3 times in any game is unusual. We have to just get that killer instinct back and everything will be all right, question mark. It's a trip tomorrow to Preston North End on Valentine's Day. Will Zola be covered in Hearts tomorrow? Only time will tell. We're still missing some key players, especially at the back, but Tesha could make a return. So off we go again. It's your show. Strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride as we embark on yet another Tilton Talk Show. Welcome to Facebook Live. I'm sure everybody saw Chris Pugh dancing to We Are the Lads of Tilton.
As good as it's getting.
Having just a little bit of fun there, all on your own, weren't you, buddy?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
How are you this week?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Still a bit breathless, but, getting there. Mr. Brown, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Marvellous, wonderful.
Wonderful as usual.
That's the niceties out the way. Right, okay. Sheffield Wednesday. Oof. You heard me opening kind of
I did
speech, and I don't think you agree with me, do you?
No, I I saw a completely different game. I saw a game where the only bit I did agree with was the sloppy first 10 minutes. I mean, they could have been 4-0 up in the first 10 minutes.
It wasn't just sloppy though; it was very sloppy.
It was. I mean, they were so slow to react to everything that Sheffield Wednesday did, and and it just looked so nervy and shaky at the back. A lack of communication between everybody, and I thought it's going to set us up for an absolute shoe-in tonight. But then after they scored, it was almost as if Sheffield Wednesday thought, okay, we've got our goal now. Let's consolidate. Let's make sure we don't do anything silly, which sort of let us have a bit more possession, and I think it calmed the players down a little bit. But I certainly didn't see an attacking intent with to go with that possession. I didn't see a cutting edge. I didn't see any real ideas apart from bombing the fullbacks forward. Apart from getting the fullbacks to bomb forward and use them. But then it's at that point that you've got to. If you're going to be a good team, and you're going to break teams down, it's at that point that you need to have the ideas. And I didn't see any. I think the hit in the woodwork 3 times is slightly skewed. The first one was a set piece which their defenders headed clear, and it's clipped the post.
Right. Okay.
So I don't think we can have that as creating our own chance.
No, but it could, 2-3 more inches, and it could have been a goal.
Yeah, but
it wasn't.
But it wasn't.
Yeah. Crucially.
The Enshu one where he hit the post.
Strike,
that was to be fair. That was the only decent move, really, because we spread it across from right to left quite well, and then I think it was Sinclair who cut back on and whipped the ball in, and then Shu was open and he was unlucky. But, that was one where we were a bit unlucky, and then Gardner's one, which was just. It's typical, but it's typical Gardner. He had 4 or 5 where he just hit it. It was a comfortable save for the keeper. This one, he's made himself a little bit of room, and it's hit the top of the bar. So, but then it was really strange because we had so much. It seemed to be we have so much of the ball, especially at the start of that second half. It seemed like we had so much of the ball, but every time, all I could think of was if we lose the ball here, we are absolutely screwed.
Mullered.
We are in big trouble if we lose the ball here, and that's what I'm seeing when I'm watching this Blues team. I'm not seeing a side controlling a game. At no point did I think we were in control of that game. I know it's obvious to say as we're 1-0 down and we're chasing the game, but with all the possession we seem to have in that second half, at no point did I think, okay, yeah, we're in this now. All I could think was if we lose the ball here, they're on us.
Again, it was
in a
Sheffield
flash.
Wednesday though, and they're a very good team. And
They are a good team. I didn't think they played particularly well
when Jordan Rhodes'
on the
goals
night.
are good and just
Jordan
banging
Jordan
straight
Rhodes
in.
scores goals. That's
Yeah.
what he does. That's why. That's
why
why
we wanted
That's
him.
why everybody. That's why I was desperate for him in January. But it's why we were never going to get him because he goes for £8 million plus. Whoever he goes to, that's what he brings. But do you know what? Their second goal was everything that we're not anymore.
Yeah.
They got the ball out wide, and the right fullback, has taken a touch and whipped in. He's nowhere near the area. I know exactly what would have happened if that would have been us. We'd have taken a touch and either played it down the wide or played it back inside, and kept possession. And you know what? He's taken a touch. He's nowhere near the area, and he has whipped in an absolute beauty of a ball. Let's ignore the fact Robinson's left windle, because Robinson, he was at fault for all 3 goals, and as much as he can beat his chest and show passion, he should be nowhere near that team. He should be nowhere near a championship defence. He's not good enough.
What do the people out there think, I wonder?
But that second goal that killed us off was everything that we're not now. It was, they got it out wide quickly, and they whipped in a quality ball quickly, and their strikers got on the end of it. And that was everything that we weren't doing in that game.
Do you take any positives out of it at all?
Go on, dig really
Really deep
Chris.
into the pocket.
Come on,
Goodness,
come on.
mate.
Please, there's got to be some sort of positive.
If we can find a way in which we can get a defensive midfielder to cover the fullbacks bombing forward, then the fullbacks will. If we can get a plan, if we can get an idea of what those fullbacks are supposed to be doing, like I said, their second goal, the fullback, is whipped in a quality ball, and miles away from the box. And I mean, I like Keita. I think that there is potential in Keita, and I like Inshui on the other side as well. But they had no end product against Sheffield Wednesday, and I know it's still very early on, especially for Keita because he's quite young. But there wasn't much end product from him. But I think he has got potential, and if we can get a defensive midfielder who's better than Gleeson, who can cover the fullbacks bombing forward, then maybe there's something there. Maybe, but that's asking a lot.
I'll just run through a few quick of the quick comments. 3-0 flattered Wednesday, to be honest, said Alex.
I think so.
No,
I do think so. I do.
Yeah, I think you flattered them.
didn't say that.
You didn't see that?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't see 3-0 being completely an outrageous scoreline.
Okay. They're trying to play quick football, but the touches ain't good enough. Need to have composure. Our central defence is diabolical, says George.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Grounds isn't a centre half, and Robinson, now it is. Likewise, he's like I said, he shouldn't be anywhere near a championship.
He's
He's 38.
He's too slow.
He should not be in a championship centre back partnership.
We didn't have a centre half on the pitch. Sums up the result for me. Full stop, says James Brown. Lose the next 2 games and Zola is gone, said Nathan.
I don't think so. This is a longer term project than that, I think.
I do. And even though I'm still sitting here saying...
you do think it's a longer term project,
Yeah.
or you do think he'll go?
No, I don't think he'll go.
Yeah.
And even though I'm sitting here saying I'm not seeing these positives that other people are seeing, and I'm not seeing this bright football that a lot of people are seeing.
Oh, come on. It's a different style completely. Come on.
But it's... I sat here a month ago and said...
I think the only thing missing was the goals.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. We look so shaky at the back, and really we don't. I know people will say we hit the woodwork 3 times, but I didn't see us create a chance where I thought we were in here. And that's the difference. And this is what I said this about a month and a half ago.
Well, what about the NCUE strike and the Gardner strike? I mean,
well, the Gardner strike isn't one where you say we've opened them up and we've created a really good chance. It's a pot shot from 25 yards, which he had 6 of in the game. And that one clipped the top of the bar. The rest of them were held comfortably by the keeper.
Good chat here from Mary Hopkins. Lads, I had friends who support many Midlands teams text me to say that the scoreline was not a reflection of the game, but I will keep saying it.
But
it's a results business.
It is a results business, and I didn't come after that game thinking, well, that's a bit harsh on us, that. Because especially the first 10 minutes, it could have been 3-0 in the first 10 minutes. Never mind after 90 minutes. It seems like everybody's forgot that first 10 minutes, and then once the second goal went in, that was it. Then we were done, weren't we? But
As Alex Sheldon says, Thomas Kujak was definitely at fault for the first one. He should have come out and
he should have come out, yeah.
Ball.
And
even if you fist it halfway,
he spilt a shot early on as well, before they scored the first goal. So he looked shaky. But he's got, like I said, he's got Robinson and Grounds in front of him. To be fair, I think that'd make a lot of keepers shaky if he had that back to him.
He didn't seem to be getting on too well with Robinson.
No, no.
There was a few words exchanged.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. And one of them was probably
Mark Hopkins says, guys, you can see how Zola is starting to crack. I honestly think we will see a different team tomorrow. It's clear the board are piling on the pressure.
I genuinely don't know if the board are piling on the pressure.
No, not me.
Because this is unless we're another a month and a half down the line, and we still haven't, and we're still in this position, and we're dropping like a stone, and relegation is starting to become a reality, then you might see pressure start being put on. But I as long as we're mid-table, I don't think there will be pressure put on him.
Adrian Harris says, "Evening, Mr. Hoover Magnet." Don't know what that was all about, but there you go. Hey,
apparently,
Tom Shakespeare, Preston away tomorrow on a work night. Come on, you Blue Boys, let's get behind the lads. Confident the results will come. There you go. So there's a lot of confidence out there.
Do you know what? There is a lot of confidence out there. I personally can't see where it's coming from, but there is a lot of confidence out there. And I just hope for the sake of all these fans that it does start to turn, because you can have confidence all you want, but.
It seems that Sir Gleeson's got his haters.
Yeah,
he's also got.
Do you know what? He had a poor one at Sheffield Wednesday. Like I say, with those two fullbacks bombing forward, Gleeson, and if he's going to play that diamond system,
kind of out of sorts.
Gleeson was the back of the diamond. In front of a back two, where basically he's got the fullbacks are playing as wingers basically, and that's not his. I don't think that's his ideal role.
Not natural.
But
position.
He gave the ball away quite a few times as well. He gave the ball away in the build up to the third goal, I think, and he didn't have his best game. But he does get a lot of stick. From fans, yeah, definitely. But I think if you're a player that can play, and does like to get on the ball and pass it, if you are giving it away more often than not, then the fans are going to be on your back. So.
George Ellis says they're trying to play quick football, but the touches aren't good enough. Need to have composure. Our central defence is diabolical.
But this is what I said about a month and a half ago, a couple of months ago. The last thing we want to be in this division is a team that just keeps possession for possession's sake, and that's what it feels like.
It's not a pretty football league, is it?
No,
it's
but do you know what? If you've got the players to do it, then do it, and you'll blow teams away. Because Brighton have done it the last couple of years. They've found a way of playing, and they've got decent players, and where they can get the ball down and they can play their football, and they're playing well. They've been playing well for a couple of years now. But you're either that good to be able to do that, or you scrap for your life. There is no in between in this division. Them across the road are finding that out now. They're not scrapping, and they're not quite good enough to blow teams away. So and we did it. That's what it felt like against Sheffield Wednesday. We were keeping possession for the sake of it, but we were never really getting anywhere with it. And then the more the fullback, like I said, the more they were bombing on. You're thinking, if we lose it here, they're in all the time, every single time. If they win that ball back and break quickly, then we're doomed.
Doomed.
We're all doomed.
Now, Brucey has only got 1 point in 2017, ranked worse in the whole English division. So there you go.
I think they'll find that's apart from Leicester City. Like
right, okay.
Good old Leicester City doing well as well.
We count then.
All right, messages unfortunately have gone off my screen, so I'll have to look at this one.
Okay.
George Tasker, we need to play Frey and Adams.
Yeah, what I like about Frey is he's direct, and he can just pick. He seems like somebody who could pick it up and just drive forward and get us 30 yards up the pitch and do something, And whereas at the moment we've got the players who are, they're keeping possession, but it's either sideways or backwards. And the last thing you want is crab football, where you are just playing it sideways, and then back, and then forward again. But you're getting nowhere.
So for the style of play that we're still adopting, yeah.
But what is the plan?
Yeah,
what is the plan
do you think
for the style of
Championship
play?
is the right place for that kind of football?
Not with these footballers.
Not with these footballers.
Not with the players that we've got.
No, I agree.
Which is the problem that we have now, because I'm still, with the exception of get your fullbacks bombing forward, but if you're going to do that, at least tell them whip the ball in the box. Then you've got Jutkovic up front. If you're going to get your fullbacks bombing forward, whip a ball in the box then. But we weren't even doing that. Like they were getting forward, but then holding the ball up and then back a little bit, and it's just getting nowhere. And then if we lose the ball, we're more susceptible than ever then.
Okay. Right, Dean Williams, you have to just hit the nail. You've just hit the nail on the head. I know we don't want to talk about Mr. R, but that's what he did best every game was a scrap. We can't play like Arsenal in the Championship.
We can't with these players at our availability. That is not possible at the moment. I don't. In my opinion, we're not going to be able to do that. Sheffield Wednesday are a good side. And defensively, they were okay.
And we can't take that away from them, can we? They are a very good side.
They are a good side. And maybe against a lesser team, we might not look as susceptible if we lose the ball, because Sheffield Wednesday have got the players that can hurt us on the counter. But
okay, we'll talk a little bit about tomorrow's game then. As Michael Greaves has just posted here, Kuzak and Sui. Is it Bielik?
Bielik, yeah.
Robert Grounds, Keaton Balgar,
No.
Gleeson, Frey, Djukovic, Adams, Subs, Legsins, Cogley, Tesher, Keita, Sinclair, Scar, O'Keefe, 4-3-3 to Moz.
Well, I wouldn't have Robinson anywhere near the side. I can't put him anywhere near the side.
Is it the fact that he's just now?
It's just.
Come on, admit it, you just don't like him.
We just look so susceptible.
Is he too old?
It's too old. No, because there are 38-year-olds who can still defend at this level. It just looks so shaky. We look so shaky with him at the back, and his pace has gone. That's a certainty, And Grounds has never been blessed with pace. So you've got two centre halves that if somebody was to knock the ball over the top of them, they'd be struggling big time.
He did try pulling somebody down, didn't he, as well? When he was making a break.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, the third goal he tried to take it. He tried to take it into his own hands and nick the ball away, and he messed up, and he lost his man for both of the first two goals as well. Yeah, I mean, so I would definitely play Bielik. Definitely, purely because if we haven't got a shot on a Morrison available, we can't do any worse.
Adrian Harris says stick Scar in. There can't be any worse.
Yeah, do you know what? Bielik and Scar maybe. Maybe Bielik and Scar together. I know it's a new partnership that's never played together before, but at least it's something you could build on.
Lose?
But exactly, if you play Robinson and Grounds, you are going to look susceptible at the back. So if you play two young lads, at least you've got something to build on for the future. Whereas, you're not going to play Robinson and Grounds together as a centre half for the rest of the season.
Carl Williams says 2-0 Preston tomorrow for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah, do you know what? They had a good win at the weekend, beat Brentford 4-2 at home. So I think their tails will be up, and I think if they start quickly and we don't again, then yeah, I would be slightly concerned. Yeah.
And there you go. First thing you've said, I agree with tonight, Scar and Bellikin.
Oh, thank you, James. I'll take that as a slight compliment. Yeah, but for me, you can't go. You can't get any worse than the centre half partnership we had at Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, I would really be tempted to do that. Yeah.
And are you going to give us a prediction for tomorrow?
I just can't.
It's going to depend on who he plays. Sure.
Well, that's important. The lineup. Yeah. Can I say a scoring?
I just feel we've had that home win. I just think
Well,
that
Andrew
away
Purcell
win's
saying
going
1-0 to Blues. And what are you thinking then going on to...
Ray's not well. Ray is not well.
Ray Hobro 4 Blues
Ray.
tomorrow. Get on it. Get on it.
Come on,
12
Ray.
Blues.
You
Yeah,
are
it's
not
getting
well.
better, Robert. It's getting better. Better by the minute. I love it.
I'd have a quiet night if I was you, Ray. My goodness.
Do you think we've just got to go out and muller somebody soon then?
But who are we going to muller?
Well,
I've just said, we aren't good enough to go out there and play someone off the park and muller them. We're not. We haven't got the players to do that. So I don't know who. I don't know who we would muller. If we went 1-0 up, we went 1-0 up against Fulham against 10 men, and we looked shaky. You know, we looked like we were so desperate to hold on to that win.
Ray's just come back from a seminar.
Yeah.
We're saving our muller in for Villa. Nice one, Robert. I'll keep hold of that one.
That's
keep
a
that
long
one
way away still.
Keep that one in my
That could be a relegation 6-pointer the way both of us are
Dan
going.
Jenstein 2-1 to Blues, and so is Thomas Lewis 2-1 to Blues.
I'll go 1-1.
You'll go 1-1.
I'll go 1-1 and just.
Is that an optimistic 1-1?
It is No, it's an optimistic 1-1. I think.
First, or are we going to score second?
First.
So we're going to lose a lead.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a pessimistic 1-1 to me, Mr. Pugh. That's a very pessimistic 1-1. Yeah, Tom Shakespeare's agreeing with you 1-1, and Tom said I'd have taken a draw at Preston under the previous manager. They're a big physical team, the Burnley of the Championship.
Well, when they came to Blues, I think we drew 2-2 with them, and they looked a good team then.
Yeah.
They got good attacking players, so yeah. I mean, if it's Robinson Grimes, I can't even give us a draw, but we'll see.
You're sitting there in eternal optimism at the moment.
I'm very much so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ian Clarkson coming up in
I
about
hope
4 minutes' time, I think. So we need to press on
maybe
with
five.
that one. And, sorry, maybe five. Maybe
I like
five.
55.
Michael Greaves saying 2-0 Preston tomorrow. Do you believe we've got enough points in the bag to stay up? Yes. And
Not right now.
No.
Not right now.
What do you
But
think,
I think
48?
over the rest of the season, we'll probably accumulate
48,
enough.
you reckon, to stay up? With the way
Well, it's normally 50, isn't it? Rotherham, I think, are gone.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to great shakes, and then Burton will fight for their lives, but I don't think they're a very good side. But you know what? They're fighters, and if it gets to it, where we've been sucked in and everybody else is picking up points, they're the ones fighting, and we're the ones still trying to play our pretty football.
But don't forget, Agent Bruce has got the best, the worst record in all football divisions this year.
And apart from Leicester. Yeah.
They're not doing so well, are they?
No, they're not doing so well.
Isn't that wonderful?
No, but
why do you like to see champions lose?
But they're struggling as well. You know that they're in the same sort of position. They spent a lot of money on technically good midfield players like Hurahan and Lansbury, and they're still not clicking. And it's a
pleasure.
Well, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. It is. Yeah. I mean, there's no way I could have seen Ipswich go to there and win, but.
Dan Jones, can I just have a shout out for my birthday? Yeah, very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Jones. I don't know how old you are, but have a good one. Hope you've enjoyed your day so far, and have a beer. That's the best thing to do. If you're
As long as he's 18, obviously.
Of course.
Dear me. We don't condone underage drinking, the Tilton Talk Show.
Oh, good God, no. No. Right, news out of the ladies this week, then.
Yeah, another signing, which I'd heard a sniff about last week, but Emma Follis, midfielder, has signed from Reading. So she's a really good technical player. Formerly of down the road as well, former B6 player. So it is a really good acquisition, and I think it's another area in which we've just got that little bit of added depth now, a bit of strength too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the spring series now, because
when's it all kick off?
23rd of April, I think.
Yeah.
If that's a Sunday, 23rd.
I think so. It's around there anyway.
Yes, I think it is the 23rd. Yeah. So yeah, but so it's not long now, and we have developed quite a strong, a deeper squad where you look at the subs bench now and you think there's options if we need that. So
because you were a little bit pessimistic when we started chipping a few players out, weren't you?
Well, it always seems to be the way. We get rid of a few players just after the season finishes. So we knew obviously Joe Potter and Jade Moore had gone at the back end of last season, and then Mel Lawley went to join Man City. But yeah, so since then, really, it's only been acquisitions, and they've been really good ones, young, exciting players. So
sorry, I've just read that. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Pete Taylor, is anybody good at prosthetics? We can make Dave Davis a Gleeson mask for tomorrow.
Oh, do you know what? How stupid as well. I mean, I love him, but how stupid was Davis? You know you're on 9 yellow cards,
yeah.
And to get that 10th for kicking the ball away. Oh no, no, that is
the 10th
so
was probably
silly.
going to come at some point, wasn't it?
Yeah, but don't do it for kicking the ball away. What a waste that is.
Oh dear me, it could only happen to us, couldn't it? Right, okay, a couple more comments. If the men play the women, we may win 1-0. And what do people think?
Who may win 1-0, the men or the
women? I've seen the women play.
I know.
What do people think on the attendee the attendance? I think this Saturday. And what about Zola's future? Will Alan Pardew walk through the door? No. There's a simple answer to that.
I don't think it will anytime soon. No.
I
think Pardew would wait for a Premier League club as well myself. But the attendance with Kids for a Quid, they've put it all over social media, haven't they? And I think there was the thing today about Gardner paid for 50 family tickets as well, which is a brilliant gesture. They were snapped up really quickly as well, weren't they? I think within an hour or so.
We had 9.
Yeah,
it cost him, don't you worry.
So no, but I think the attendance will be pretty big. Yeah, even though the run we're on, I think it will. There will be quite a few through the door.
And as Chichi Pom Pom says, we're knocking the prices down, and we still have people moan.
Yeah, well,
and Evening Sam. Are we going yet? Okay. Special guest on the Tilton Talk Show this Monday night is the one and only Ian Clarkson. Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm absolutely dandy-ish, not too bad. What about your good self?
Yeah, fine, not bad at all. Obviously, I'm a teacher these days, so it's half term, so I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, you're up at Foremark, aren't you?
That's right, yeah, sort of South Derby, right.
Repton, I know it well.
So, yeah, it's a nice part of the world.
I live in Utoxeter myself.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so just up the road, just up the A50.
Yeah, just down the A50, yeah.
Which is always usually gridlocked.
Absolutely, yeah.
You played one of you. Well, not you played in the game that my 30-year-old son first went to his first ever game. There you go.
30 years.
30
Blimey,
years.
so it'd have been what, 4 then?
4, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it today. Talking about it this afternoon. He was the one in the main stand with the Peaky Blinder cap on. Do you remember him?
That's the one, yeah. I recognise him amongst the 58,000 there. I recognise him well. I know, obviously, it was a fantastic day, wasn't it?
Oh, just brilliant. Absolutely superb. Lovely. I've got a picture of him, actually, in the main stand with his Peaky... genuinely had a Peaky Blinder hat on. Way back then, yeah. Ian, playing in that Leyland Daft Cup final, what was it like walking out to that wall of noise?
Well, I have to say, I played it when I was lucky enough to play there 3 times, and that was the first time I played there. It was absolutely awesome. At the time, it's fair to say it wasn't Birmingham's most halcyon period in the history of the club.
We've just had another one.
Yeah, I think we reached a fairly low ebb, but that day for me was like the sort of rebirth of the Blues, really. And the noise was amazing. It was immense. As far as I could see, there were hardly any Tranmere fans there at all.
Well, there's 2 of us in the studio tonight that were partially responsible for making some of that noise, and one is far too young.
Far too young.
Far too young to remember.
Look, it was an old school day, wasn't it? People were standing on terraces. I think.
I didn't sit down a minute. Didn't sit down for a single minute.
Exactly. And I think if you're standing, people tend to make more noise.
Yeah.
You're sort of singing, you're dancing around, and to cap it all off, it was a top game as well.
To actually be a Birmingham City supporter and to take part in a cup final, to me, I was talking to Chris Brown earlier, and to me, that cup final has probably got fonder memories for me than the Carling Cup that we went through in 2011.
Yeah, of course.
As a kid growing up, I never dreamt that Birmingham City Football Club would ever get to Wembley. Ever. Ever, never, never. Not in my lifetime. Yeah. And then that day happened, and, it was just a blur.
Yeah, obviously, it was one of those games. It's fair to Tranmere, they got promotion a week after.
Yeah.
So they were probably the better team on paper. But we played well, went 2-0 up, then in true Blues fashion, major sweat a bit, and then we scored that late winner.
And what a winner it was.
Yeah. I know John well. He's a top bloke, but, he's probably the first one to say he doesn't score many goals like that.
Does he still live local?
No, he lives down in Torquay, I think, these days.
In where, sorry?
Torquay.
Oh, Torquay. So he won't be coming up anytime soon then.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. No, I don't know. It's fair to Gailey. He's the Scarlet Pimpernel Gailey. If you can track him down, you're a better man than me.
Yeah. What were the other 2 Wembley appearances you made then?
I played with Northampton in playoff finals, and actually the crowds were bigger in those games. But I think for me, probably. People always say, if you've got no experience of Wembley, you're going to be nervous. But for me, the whole day with the Blues was absolutely fantastic. I had no nerves at all.
Really?
Obviously, it's the team I supported, so it's an extra special day.
I don't think I ate for 3 weeks before the game.
Oh, I know. Oh, look, obviously, but back in those days, the season finished, and as you said, it was 3 weeks. It was the most bizarre build-up ever. We played West Bromwich Albion, who'd been relegated into the 3rd division. They trained in the morning under Bobby Gould. We played them in the afternoon. They were absolutely fuming. We stopped at Reading University for about 5 days beforehand. Spartan was not the word. And there was things like, Lou Macari. I'm a big fan of Lou. He wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I was a massive fan of his, to be honest.
Are you surprised that he's not gotten back into football?
No, I don't think so. No, what is he now? He must be in his 60s now, Lou, I'd have thought. So, he did very well at Stoke, not so well at Celtic. No, I don't know. I think, he enjoys being a pundit, I guess, these days.
Yeah. Going back to the Leyland Daft Cup final, do you have any idea in your own... I know you're a Blues fan, right, but do you have any idea just how much it meant to us supporters on that day?
I do, actually, to be fair. I think the day itself was good, but obviously I'm a fan. The next day, I think it was the next day or the day after, we had that civic reception.
Yes.
Standing in the main sort of... in the city... it was just unbelievable. It was absolutely packed. My sister
I was there.
My sister was there. My dad was there, and people like that. And I realised then it was amazing. And to top it all off, I went to the Barley Mow in Solihull on the evening. And the Barley Mow in those days was a fairly prim and proper place. But at closing time on the Sunday, everybody was singing "Keep Right On," and
Beautiful.
I thought, my God, and I got the bus back home. So yeah, it was fantastic. I think I didn't buy a drink for about 3 or 4 weeks afterwards. It was it meant a lot. So no, it was good. There was probably 5 or 6 of us who were all came from Birmingham. So we knew what it was all about, really.
I went down to the Brentford game as well.
Oh yeah.
92. I think it was £92 the ticket I paid for that one.
How much? 92 quid?
92 quid. I didn't care. I was going.
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, that was one of those days. The game was a awful game to watch, but we didn't care. Basically, you know.
Got some questions coming in on Facebook Live.
Okay,
Adrian Harris says, Clarky, what do you think of the team at the moment and Zola?
The team at the moment, I think the team at the moment, if I'd have looked at us at the start of the season, I'd have said we'd probably be about where we are now. So I think it's taking shape under Zola. Obviously, it was a massive change. It's taking shape, but it needs to start taking shape sooner rather than later, though, as well, I think.
Do you think it's... I mean, this season's pretty much written off.
Yeah.
And do you think the plan is like more longer term? Because, like, you know, we've had people calling for his head and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. And we're not. We can't get the bed sheets out, for goodness' sake.
No. Look, I mean, we're the Blues. We don't tend to get the bed sheets out. Look. I would hope that there's a long-term plan in place. You know, I would hope he's given some cash in the summer to get the players in he wants to get in. But then, you know, if he gets the players in he wants to get in, then, you know, you'd expect us to be more competitive towards the top end. But, you know, Aston Villa have spent, what, £65 million?
Oh, it's B6.
You know?
We're not allowed to say them two words.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
Yes,
before the water
72 million, isn't it? Something like
okay,
that.
so yeah, I mean, well, you know, we bought Dan Scarr from Starbridge. You know, we've bought people in for comparative to that. He's cheap as chips. So I guess, you know, we are where we are.
And did you watch the game against Sheffield Wednesday?
No, actually, no, I've watched lots and lots this season, but I've actually missed the Fulham and the Sheffield Wednesday game. So
right.
No.
Yeah. It's all right because we love to argue in here. It's part of our trait.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Go on.
I say we didn't deserve to lose that one 3-0. Chris is quite the opposite. He says we definitely deserve to lose it 3-0.
My point really, Ian. I don't know what you think from what you have seen of under Zola, is that I'm a little bit concerned that it's more possession for possession's sake rather than, you know, and there's no real end product. So we're not a fighting team, and then we're not a team that can blow teams away. So we're sort of in the middle.
Yeah, I can see that point of view. I suppose, you know, his argument would be, let me get the players in I want, and hopefully you'll see a change, you know, a complete change in style. But, you know, I mean, he had a transfer window to bring in some more midfielders, possibly, and that didn't happen. So, you know, look, I mean, it's so tight. I mean, I've watched so many games this season where you know, we could have won, we could have lost. We under Rowett, we kept on winning. Under Zola, we seem to be drawing or not winning them. But it's fine margins. You know, it can change quickly. So, you know, I mean, as you said, we're not going to get promotion this season.
No.
We're not going down either. So, you know, it's a case of if we get to April time, and I can see lots and lots of positive things, then yes.
Okay, lots of questions and comments coming in on the Facebook. Then Michael Greaves says, "Get your boots on, Clarky. We need you. Keep right on." And Shay Pom Pom says, "Clarky, do you want Zola to stay?"
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think it would be a bit harsh for him to go now. Yeah.
Yeah. Gregory Beasley, Clarky, did you play for Blues versus Villa? That was your very first game, I believe, wasn't it?
It was. It was Birmingham 0, Aston Villa 2. I am afraid to say, but, you know, it was a fantastic feeling, you know, as a 17-year-old, you know, I made me a debut, and that was it. I was happy as, to be honest.
Was that at St Andrews?
Yeah, I could have stopped playing the next day.
Right.
Some people said I probably should have done, but yeah, I could have stopped playing the next day. It was fantastic for me.
Brett Stanley says, travelling up for the game from Bognor Regis on Saturday. Kids for £1 bring my nipper for our fourth game. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm there Saturday as well. I'm there Saturday, so
You're there Saturday?
Yes, I am indeed.
Wonderful.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Marvellous.
Another question on the Shoutbox Facebook Live. Who would have been the joker in the dressing room at your time at Blues? Who stands out the most?
There was a few, really, to be fair. What you mean in terms of pulling pranks, or in terms of... let's have a think. Steve Whitten was always very, very funny. I got on well with Ian Rogerson, was always good value. Darren Rowbottom. Let's have a think who else was a good value. Paul Tate, there's always lots of Paul Tate stories.
Well, we've had Tate in a couple of times, and he has come out with some cracking stories. Yeah.
I'm not sure he was the joker in the pack, but there's some great stories, to be fair. Yeah. I don't actually. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't. I was there 7 years. There wasn't one standout person really who was incredibly funny. There were just lots and lots of funny people.
Mark Johnson wants to know what you think of players' wages these days.
Oh, well, far too much, but you can't blame them, can you, really? It's like anything, going to watch the game is far too expensive, players' wages are far too expensive, transfer fees are far too expensive, but I guess, once you sell your soul to Sky, then, I'm afraid the game is full of foreign owners, foreign managers. The fans are almost, an afterthought, I think, really.
Robert Doyle wants you to bring your boots on Saturday.
They all do, don't they?
That is not a problem. I have a pair of...
That's two now.
Greg Beasley says, lads, if you could see what we were like under the Kumars, we're good these days. No boot sales either.
He's got a fairly good point there, hasn't he, really?
Yes, very, very good point. And the thing is with some of the younger members is they don't have any kind of real knowledge of what it was like.
Oh, look, I can remember my first couple of seasons, we used to get paid 3:30 every single Friday by a cheque, and Ken Weldon used to wait till the banks had shut before he paid us, so we couldn't pay the cheques in till Monday morning. And bear in mind there were people like Julian Dix, Tony Goten, etc., there. And they were all waiting for the wages, banging on the door. Where's our cash? Where's our cash? And just come in, and then you knew that when it got to about 3:15, 3:30. Because obviously this was, just for the younger listeners, this was pre-internet banking days. We had to walk in with a cheque. So we couldn't pay our cheques until Monday, really. So, yes,
What
indeed.
a mess. What a mess.
What a mess, yes. or when we got to the final end of the Leyland Daff and the Samish, he came in, and the win bonus for getting to the final was £1,000, which in those days was lots and lots of cash. And we picked up our pay packet, and it was something like £95 each. We're like, what's this? No, it's £1,000 between you boys. So, obviously, that one ran and ran, though, and he did end up paying us in the end.
And Gregory says, and there was only one phone line into the club as well.
yeah, that sounds absolutely spot on, yeah.
It's bang on. It's bang on. Oh, dear. So, I take it then your fondest memory is going to be the Leyland Daft Cup final?
I think so. Do you know what? I'm not sure, actually. I think maybe next season we got promotion. I was a captain at 20. So for me, there's some fantastic, memories. Look, I was a Birmingham City fan. I look back now and think about 172 games for the team I supported. Yeah, albeit, we weren't the best team ever at that time. But for me, I don't care. It's a dream come true, really.
Yeah.
So take your pick of any one of those games, apart from the Birmingham 4 Swindon 6 game.
6-4.
Yeah.
Were we 4-0 up in that one?
4-1 with about 30 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And then Glenn Hoddle moved into midfield, and we didn't kick it. Although I have to say, I came off at 4-4, so I am blameless.
Yeah.
Actually, there was quite a funny story. There was a fellow going past in a wheelchair. I was sitting on the bench next to Terry Cooper, and he went, Archie, I'd best not swear, something on the lines of, blimey O'Reilly, Terry, that goal is hopeless. And Andy Gosney, Cooper, looked at him and said, yep, I couldn't agree with you more. So, yes, the Birmingham dark sense of humour.
Do you know, it's brilliant though, isn't it? The Birmingham sense of humour. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Even on social networks, like because it's not like it used to be. We used to have to shout at each other back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Pete Taylor says my most memorable game ever as a small boy was that Swindon game.
Yeah, all for the wrong reasons, I guess. That just sums up Birmingham City, doesn't it? There was so much hope, so much fantastic football playing against the team that got promotion to the Premier League. Yes, we are going to beat them. Yes, we're stopping up. Then 30 minutes later, it was like, bloody hell, we've lost again. So,
well, that's how we do it, though.
Yeah, if I could sum up Birmingham in a microcosm, it was that game against Swindon, really.
Right. It'll never change, will it?
No. Oh, well, do you know what? No, I think it will. I think there is a 200-year master plan. So in 2075, Birmingham City will be champions of Europe or something like that. But we're just taking our time. So we're. As the song goes, we're on our way.
Well, in 3 years' time, we're actually going to be Premier League champions.
I think that is a
That's because I have 20/20 vision.
Oh, very good, very good. I think it's a bit too soon for our master plan. I think it'll start kicking in about 2050, I think.
I look forward to it.
I'll be 80 by then, so I probably won't see it.
I should be gone. Robert Dawes says we went ahead, sitting in the cop, and saying to my pal, can't remember the last time we smashed a team, went to the toilet and came back at 4-6.
I have to say, though, that must have been summer visit, because it did take him about 30 minutes to score 5 goals. So I'm not sure what that person was doing on the toilet for 30 minutes. But
what was it like playing in front of the old cop as well?
Oh, it's great. Look, I love standing. I grew up watching games on television, and I don't care what anyone says. If you stand up, you are more inclined to sing, get involved. Whereas if you sit down, you are going to be a bit more glum. Clap nicely, clap sensibly. So for me, it was great. Playing for the Cop and the Tilton was good, really.
Robert Dawes answered you by saying he had constipation.
Good man. Excellent.
Cracking. Ian, thanks ever so much for being with us on the Tilton Talk Show. You're very welcome to come in anytime you like, matey. I know you couldn't make it tonight in person, but if ever you want to come across, my friend, door's always open.
Not a problem. If you fancy broadcasting it live from somewhere like the Alton Tavern or the Mason's Arms, I'll be more than happy to join you.
Get us in, yeah.
We're in. Not a problem. There better be a hotel pretty close so that I could stay in. Clarky, thanks for the memories, kid. Nice one.
Cheers.
All the best. Have a great evening, and good luck in everything you're doing.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye. Ian Clarkson, ladies and gents. Wow. Memories, like I say, memories for us older guys.
All too long ago for me, but yeah. No, like you said, for a Blues fan to play in that cup final must have been immense for him. Yeah.
Well, for me to just go to it was immense, and
I can just remember thinking, I'm actually going to see Birmingham play at Wembley. Wembley, nah.
Absolutely, Vince was going to get battered because they were the informed
to be in
team.
that team, and knowing that you're one of the 11 players who can go out there and do that, make that achievement.
But there was something like 60,000 Birmingham supporters in there, and I think that's still the record for one team for one cup.
Well, somebody told me it was the biggest away following to date.
Yes,
in any cup competition in the UK.
Yeah,
that was up until not long ago. I think the Rangers in Manchester thing beat that, but it was well over 50,000. Yeah.
Pete Taylor says I feel the need to YouTube that Swindon.
Don't do it, please.
Well, if you hang on to the end, we'll play a bit of the what we played at the beginning, which is the Leyland
Cup final.
Highlights. We'll play the highlights again at the end.
Yes, if you look out for that, then just on the screen right at the end, the highlights from the Leyland Daft Cup final will be coming up. I was going to say live, but it was 1991.
So how young is Mr. Pewee Moans, like a 70-year-old?
He's got a point.
You know what?
He has got a point.
And that's our friend, Kevin
I
Kelly.
know.
Kevin Kelly.
I know.
Our friend.
What a man. How old are you?
I'm very old, 28.
28. I've got a shirt older than her. I have actually.
28. Evening Andrew Cave. 28. Okay, there are some mascot packages going on at St Andrews from £79. Have a look on the club website for that if you're interested. That's not a bad deal, is it? 79
With
quid for a
half
mascot
term
passage.
coming up, yeah.
Christopher, tell us about the picture that's arrived.
The picture that arrived in Ireland, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, I think it arrived. I think it took 9 days, I think, to arrive. For some reason, it got held up in customs. I don't know whether they decided to open it and have a look, but eventually it arrived 9 days later, I think.
9 days?
9 days later. Yeah, they couldn't find the place where our friend Joe was living, but it got there eventually. And I have a picture to prove it.
So there has been a picture put up of
there's a picture.
of his new owner.
Of
the new owner.
And and there will be another auction very soon. Maybe in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have another auction.
Another auction in 2 weeks' time. Look out for that. Have we any idea what it might be yet?
It'll be along the same lines. It'll
Along the
be
same
a
lines.
photograph or a signed sort of thing. Yeah.
Craig Gardner, with his wonderful gesture.
Yeah.
How nice is that for a footballer nowadays?
It's you know, when that sort of thing happens, it does get in the news, doesn't it? You know, but as a Blues fan, it's, you know, it obviously means a lot to me. And for somebody who has played like he played in the obviously in the cup team, the team that won the cup, so he would have played in front of a full house that beat Villa in the quarter final and then West Ham in the semi final. So he knows what a full St Andrews can do and the effect it can have. So, you know, for him, obviously, the more people in St Andrews, the better. And as a Blues fan, he obviously wants that as much as anybody. So it's it is a good gesture.
Fantastic.
Alan Osborne says, I've got underpants older than 28. And Andrew Purcell wants to know from everybody, what's the most precious thing you hold, Birmingham City related? For me, it's got to be my limited edition Leyland Daft Cup final mug. I think.
I think mine's my.
I did bring it in the once, yeah.
Mine's
yeah.
my Mark One. A blues top. I think.
And I also have a cheque signed by Trevor Francis and all the team. You know, I won £1,000.
And also that scarf up there that's got the beer stain from the pub outside Wembley. That one that's hanging up there.
Is that 2011 Wembley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would either be the
Brett Stanley says he did pick the game that skids for a quid.
yeah, well, yeah. It's a good point. You wait till that one come around.
Do you feel like the Brummie humour is slowly creeping back?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Brummie humour is slowly
I love
creeping
it.
back.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
the
just
lower
been
we
so,
go,
it's been so dire for 5 years.
the
hasn't
lower
it?
we go, the better the humour.
The more it's needed, yeah. I had a flag from Reading away when we got promoted a few years ago under McLeish, and there was a flag from that game which I've still got, and then probably from a personal point of view the Women's FA Cup final programme and
Did you get that signed?
No, but we've got pictures with the players. The players come round afterwards and things, so we've got pictures with all the players and holding the cup and that. So yeah, it's probably.
I think my badge collection's quite dear to my heart as well.
Yeah.
And many.
It's over a lot of years, I'm guessing as well. So.
Yeah. Does your Mark 1 top have the Evan Elshaw on the other side?
You know, I don't think it has.
No.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Ray says, my precious things and memories looking back is great. Some great nights at Blues leading to Wembley and beyond. Marvellous stuff. Anything else I've got in my collection? Like hundreds of programmes. I don't buy programmes nowadays.
No.
I just think they've gone out of fashion.
I only got the one from the cup final, obviously.
I've got one cup final ones, yeah.
And we have somewhere got the pen that Trevor Francis signed our shirt with.
We have, and I've also got lots of ticket stubs, like from the runs up to big games. And
I have as well.
And lots of those are signed. Loads of signed programmes. I've got loads of signed programmes at home because my eldest Adam used to just wait outside the back of the main stand there for the players to turn up. Andrew Purcell, Christoph Dugarry signed shirt by him and the team, but also Trevor Francis signed Penguin shirt, nothing like a signed cheque. The cheque that I got though was I won £1,000 on the half-time draw way back yonder. We actually played Tranmere then.
Okay.
And we took two little kids on holiday that wouldn't have been able to go with all that money. and I had a 2-page write-up in the centre of the programme, right in the middle.
Okay, good stuff.
So at the end of the season, when Bob Matthews was around, they called me name out on last night of the season. Please go around to the managing director's office or whatever, and everybody was bowing to me. You know what I mean? And Bob came out and presented me with the actual plastic cheque that they used to use and write on every week. Right, all signed by Trevor Francis, Karen Brady, Gold, Sullivan.
Did you get to keep that?
Yes.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I thought it might just be
As a
for
gesture
good.
for giving the money away.
Brilliant.
Yeah, nice.
And you still got it? Oh, fantastic.
Adrian Harris, my football cards from the early 70s and the old sticker books. I never used to collect them. Did you?
I was the sort of person who would buy the first 3 or 4 and then get fed up, probably. A bit like the coins. Remember the old Esso coins?
Esso coins, blimey, from the 70s, yeah, the World
same
Cup
thing,
ones.
Yeah, same thing. But
Yeah.
get a few and then forget.
Yeah. Well, my friend still has the penalty spot in his garden from the last ever game at St Andrews before they rebuilt the ground after we all went on the
Bristol
pitch.
City?
At the end.
Bristol City, wasn't
Pitch the penalty spot. That is just pitch perfect. No, it's just perfect. It is perfect. If you want a piece of memorabilia from St Andrews, mate, go and, the last game before they tear it down and pinch the penalty
Get
spot.
that penalty spot. Yeah.
Karen Brady dressed as a nun, wasn't it? Or was it? No. I've got a picture of 2 nuns and Karen Brady.
It's a completely different story, that.
Yeah, probably a different story.
Warren Starling says, I've got a picture of my boy and myself with Chucho Benitez. Rest him.
That's great.
Yeah. And Adrian's got the Made in Birmingham destroyer in Hong Kong banner.
Oh yeah, the destroyed in Hong Kong.
Destroyed in Hong Kong banner. Yeah. Mark Nichols had a wedding card from Barry Fry and said, I hope you find your best position tonight.
This is a children's show.
But that is pretty good.
Come on.
Pretty good.
Pete Taylor, I had a signed Ricky Otto caricature when I met him at the Birmingham Mail before the Auto Windscreens final.
Robert Doyle, I'll be still... right, no, sorry, I'll go for Adrian Harris. I've got the turf from Wembley still. Still grows.
Still grows. That's good, yeah.
Yeah, and George's memory is the Millennium Stadium atmosphere was electric.
Yeah,
Did you do that one?
With both of those ones, yeah. So, yeah.
What an amazing stadium.
Yeah, that was, that, I mean, to be part of those two, that those one, as a youngster, obviously, 2001, so I was 12 for the 2001 Liverpool Cup final, so.
Robbed.
Yeah.
And
I've still got the hangover from our first promotions to the Premier League.
Blimey, crikey, brilliant stuff. Yeah, it's great. The memories are brilliant things. So sometimes when you root through all your boxes and bits and bobs, you come across, oh my God, I remember that. You know what I mean? And you pick it up, and it's like signed programs that the kids have been and had done.
Yeah.
Adrian says we can have it to auction if you want.
Yeah, go on, I think. What was it? Do you remember there was a big banner, big banner that came out.
Destroyed in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Banner.
With our friend, regarding our friend.
Okay, we'll auction that next week.
Yeah,
we?
we'll auction it anytime, yeah. Anybody wants it?
Bit of BCH going on. I used to collect the blues magazines from when I was a kid and had over 150 different copies. That's Mark Truesdale.
I'll tell you what I did have during my age again. There was for the Xbox or PlayStation, one of the two.
Oh yeah.
And it was they brought out like FIFA, but it was team specific. So it was actually a Birmingham City Football Club game. Like so we had that. Yeah.
Have you still got it?
Probably not now because it was old console. But yeah.
A bit like the Blues, because there's a Monopoly game as well, isn't it?
There is one now. Yeah. We got one of them for Christmas.
Stuff.
Just had a Twitter message through to say Jacques Magoma has suffered a minor setback with recovery from his knee injury.
That's not good. Yeah. Could have done with him being back really, but
we got him out, Donaldson out, Davis out, Shotman,
Morrison.
Yeah.
It's the spine of a
team.
Well, yeah. From the start of the season, we were. Obviously the two centre halves and Davis and Donaldson who were all playing, and then Magoma was quite a big part as well. So it is the 5 important players out who normally would would be part of it. Yes, Andrew Cave, that is the one. Yeah, absolutely.
Has he just been and photographed that? Or?
I don't know. It's on eBay. It's a link to eBay, so it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Shotton and Morrison. How long before Shotton and Morrison are back? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm obviously, for what I said at the start, I'm really hoping it's pretty soon. So, the sooner the better, really.
And Kevin Kelly wants you to answer, Chris Pugh, considering the injuries we have, is there enough about us to avoid relegation, Maya?
I think there is.
Yeah, I do.
Based on the teams that are down there are quite poor, I think. And it's you'd have thought that at some point, you know, law of averages says, well, we might scrape a 1-0 here or there. You know, we might do it on Tuesday night, tomorrow night against Preston. So I think we will have enough. You know, we're 12 still at the moment, so there's still enough teams below us at the moment. Not to concern ourselves with relegation too much at the moment. Yeah, I'm not concerned about that at the moment.
Are they on the road still going to get promoted?
Do you know what? No, it's probably not. No,
probably not.
Probably I think they have missed the boat. I think they've waited too long and they're trying too hard now. Yeah, so I think it's going to be an absolutely enormous ask. Because mathematically they're closer to the drop than the playoffs now.
Seven off the drop, aren't they?
Yeah, so I mean, 16th place at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, we're midway through February. It's going to take a mammoth effort,
March, April,
and it's going to ask
all over, isn't it?
And it's going to ask a lot of teams to drop off as well who are up there. Like I said last week, didn't I? I don't think anybody outside the top 8 will get in now. So.
And did you see those Norwich goals the weekend as well?
Houlihan's was a worldie, the third goal.
Absolute
gem, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Mr. Fun, can you auction your white tracky top?
No, it's mine. And I'm not auctioning the burgundy hoodie as well. That's
David Jevons says, "Do you remember the broken glass on the cement at the top of the cop?" Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do. On the top of the wall, climbing over. He's got me climbing
Yeah, I can remember a few times at half time wanting to go home and they won't let you. They never let you out.
I don't know if Rachel Widette's comment is serious.
What was it?
It was, how did Robbo and Grounds look against Sheffield Wednesday?
Not good.
No.
Not good.
No.
Not good. Dennis,
I think somebody put earlier on, where was that comment earlier on? What the word, David Jevons used the word woeful. I think that's the best way I could sum that up.
Kevin Kelly saying, shot in a week, Morrison 3 weeks, Sports only, Magoma 2 weeks, knee injury, and Donaldson at least another 3.
Yeah.
So
shot and back as soon as possible, then hopefully. And I mean, I would definitely go with the Arsenal kid is a funny one as well because you know that's Wenger. Like it's very unlike Wenger to loan someone out and not have them play. You know, like he's loaned him out to us and he hasn't played for us. You'd have thought that if one of the premises of him loaning him to us would be that he gets game time. So I would expect him to come in, definitely.
Dennis says, can we auction Mr. Fun? And
wouldn't get any money.
Great call in from Andrew Purcell. We might as well just play and gel together now and enjoy the football rather than pushing for playoffs. We will easily avoid relegation. I even say they will avoid it too. Push for the promotion next season.
I don't think we've been pushing for playoffs for a long time, to be honest. But
no, but you know the situation that we're in, the upheaval that we've just gone through, and the new style of football and everything that's had to, come together, new players.
You can listen. Obviously, you want to enjoy your football, but the way you enjoy football is by winning. Obviously, if you pick up points, then you'll enjoy your football more often than not. But I see what he's trying to say, but I would definitely. Do you know what? We could play terribly against Preston, but if we draw 0-0, I would take a bit of solace from that we're actually focusing more on the defensive side again because we have looked so vulnerable of like defensively. I think that is something that he's really got to look at because that is a big worry for me.
Right, auction Mr. Pugh's sense of humour.
Again, you're not getting much money, to be honest, Kevin. You want to auction things that are going to contribute something.
Another 2 people off your fan club today.
I know, yeah. It's a lovely idea, but
oh dear. Adrian Harris going back to memories when my dad was young. He used to help people park the cars for money, then run off to the match to make sure he was before the end.
Yeah, that happened when I was going.
Can I look after your car, mister? Can I look after your car, mister?
Run back inside, watch a film, and then come back out at 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Mr. Brown, please take us through the Tom Ross tickets.
I don't know that much about it.
You know everything about it.
There's quite a few groups, and I'm sure Adrian will correct me on this. There's quite a few groups that have got a bunch of tickets, free tickets, and I know Birmingham fan group. They've got a competition running, so you'll have to go and find out what that is. I don't know, but I know lots of groups have got free tickets to give away. So seek it out. And I believe it's at the end of March.
Haven't we got some tickets?
We've got some tickets. We're going to do a competition next. Competition next Monday.
We need a competition jingle.
Yeah, that was it. Can you hear it?
Didn't like it.
Competition time.
Need a better competition jingle.
All right. I'll do it better next week. So we'll do a competition next week.
So a competition next week for 2.
Competition.
He's not going to stop, is he? Is it for 2?
I believe it.
Tickets for 2. So it's 2.
4.
Whoa!
2 or 4.
2 pairs of tickets.
At least 2.
It could be 1, 2, 3 or 4.
All right, okay. So we'll run a competition next week. What we don't want, though, is anybody to put answers on the shout box or Facebook Live or anything like that. We will give you an email address, and that's the only place that the answers will go to. If you want to give the answer away on Facebook Live, that's entirely up to you, but then everybody will know it. But the only place we will accept answers to is to the email address that we give you next week. And that's for the evening with Tom Ross. Competition.
Adrian Harris is going to write us a competition song.
That'd be lovely.
There you go.
Lovely.
We do need one.
Don't you like competition?
No.
A bit of echo on the end there.
Reverb, I thought.
All right. Yeah.
I thought a bit more reverb. Steve Kimberley says, is it me or is the feed looping? We don't know. We can't hear it this side, so I don't know. So Mr. Brown's going to get his headphones on now and...
sorry if it is.
George Ellis, agree, Mr. Fun, defence first, but what defence when 2 are flying forward?
Yeah, that's a good point. But that's why we really... You need to look at that defensive midfield as the cover, and obviously it definitely didn't work with Gleeson being there. Maybe Kieftenbeld would be a better option. Maybe even Davis when he obviously suspended for the next 2. But could Davis be there? He's certainly got the engine to help out.
So he's going to miss. He's going to miss Preston and Queens Park.
Queens Park Rangers, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's probably you probably require more needed that Tesha can come back fit for those 2 games as well if we're going to be missing Davis, so. Yeah, just an extra body if you like that we could be doing with.
Q&A.
Anyone going to the Zola question?
Yeah.
Anybody going to the Zola question and answer coming up at St Andrews? No, personally, not from here.
I think it's a bit pricey.
It is a bit pricey.
Pete Taylor says, I've not noticed any looping, so good. We'll
no, I've just checked. I think it was just my clever reverb.
I see.
Right.
Confused him.
Well, I'm going to pick this one up from Andrew Tomlinson. I think season ticket holders that are not getting a fair deal with all these cheap tickets won't be renewing next season. We don't want to renew your season ticket. Don't renew your season ticket. It's as simple as that. But, right, we're in a position now where we need extra bodies on chairs, a little bit of extra noise in the place. And I think it's a great gesture by the club. If I was a season ticket holder, I would welcome it with open arms, because I couldn't care, because I'd got my ticket and I'd be there.
Yeah, it is frustrating. Over the course of the season, what I would say, Andrew, over the course of the season, I don't think the club would ever get to the point where they're offering lower match day tickets so that it actually doesn't pay to get your season ticket. I'm sure over the course of the season, him paying for his season ticket will allow that he has actually spent less than he would have done if he'd have bought match ticket after match ticket for every game. So, and obviously he might not want that, but there's the perks of the loyalty points for the
Yes.
club shop and things like that as well. So away tickets, preferences, and cup match preference tickets and that.
And Gregory Beasley says, can you guys book a box and then fill it with us lot who would pay you by auctioning each seat? We would get a meal, car parking space and a few bevies, and you get to meet you all. Great day. Box can hold 20.
Who'd want to meet us?
Well, me,
Gregory wants to meet us.
Me, I can understand.
The only thing I could say, Gregory,
but the only
is
reason
you'd never be the same again.
20 people just giving me grief for being miserable on a Monday night every
I'd
week.
pay to see that. I think it's a great idea. Oh, actually, quite a good idea. Yeah.
Might be something we could look into, you know.
It's got legs.
Tilton Talk home day out instead of the away day.
You could parachute in.
Yes. Oh, yeah, on that.
In a leotard.
Or a nun's outfit.
Yeah.
We could turn up in a coffin.
It's losing credential.
We could have we could do that. We could borrow the coffin back, perhaps for the day for that one. So
We've got a replica in the back. We're going to knock one out if we get it.
Okay. Yeah. Adrian says, I remember the club shop cabin outside the Cup Corner used to go in after every game and buy backdated programmes. Yeah, I remember that well. My goodness.
Yeah, right.
My goodness. Can we scroll up, mister?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. It's not working on mine, so I've got to rely on you. Andrew Cave, I played my first game of football in 30 years yesterday in goal, and I had the same problem as Blues, no defence. We lost
31.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
I love though I've had the keepers blaming the lack of defence after he's lost 13-1. That's very good of you, Andrew.
Oh dear. Rachel Woodett says, I welcome it. Worst thing is seeing Blues seats in the lower tiers. Absolutely nothing worse. And watching it on the TV and there's just a wall of empty chairs is...
We should give them away. Should give them seats away. I know the season ticket holders.
I don't know, give them away.
Can't give them away.
I don't know.
Can't give them away.
Robert Doyle says, I'm keeping my season ticket. Next year is our year. Playoffs with Villa at Wembley, beating them and getting promotion.
My goodness.
What's the chances of that? What's the odds on that?
Do you know, every time somebody mentions playoff final against Villa, I shudder with trepidation. It just the whole country would just collapse to his knees.
Oh dear. Kuzak needs to be firm with his defence and shout out his orders. You look too nervous. Could call George Ellis.
I did look very nervous, but you know, as I said, he's got Robinson and Grounds in front of him. Who you know.
But he should have got that.
Very rarely
should have come out for that.
Well,
one.
for the first goal, yeah,
Absolutely.
and he fumbled a shot early on as well. So I think he looked nervous quite early on, but they all did really. I think in the back.
And George says, could we get Jasper Carrot in as well? I think he charges, doesn't he?
No, I think that'd be a little bit too much.
He does charge quite a bit.
See what I mean?
I like how great.
Whereas we would charge nothing.
Great, it was Gregory's idea, and now he's not happy with just us three. Now he needs Jasper. He needs Jasper Carrot. He's just using us to get to Jasper Carrot.
Actually,
Competition.
Using us to get to Jasper.
competition.
Come on, Gregory. Let's be fair. It's us or Jasper.
We could have an old Kits reunion in the box. I'm up for it, and the club are always trying to sell the boxes. Who's the? I missed that one, Mr. Brown.
Who's
Sorry.
the celebrity out of you lot?
The celebrity. You're the celebrity. You did the bungee jump, without a doubt, and you got a fan club.
No, it's not very big though.
It doesn't.
I think
matter.
if we
You've
set up a fan club for all of us, I don't think I'd be winning it.
No, don't tell them.
And Nick Pointer says, I've commented this a number of times. Blues fans are more than just winning. It's about connections to the club, the manager, and the players. That's a major issue with attendance, not just.
Yeah, it's got a point. Yeah, we have, and certainly now. Obviously, we spoke about the decision they made in changing manager, but we did have a slot. That connection was regrowing with the club, and it got severed with the sacking, and now they are trying to get everybody back on side. So,
Kevin Kelly, that's Queen's Park, Leeds, and Wigan at home. How many points from 9?
So the next one, QPR.
They're all the same.
Yeah, they are our next 3 home games, I think.
I'm
Yeah,
going to go for 5.
I will go 6.
2 wins.
6, 2 wins.
2 wins out of 3. And which 2 do you reckon?
QPR and Wigan.
QPR and Wigan. James Brown,
The
9.
next
Rachel
three have got
Wigan,
9.
Robert Doyle, 9.
My goodness. Just going to stroll up and beat Leeds at home. Oh, what?
That's not going to happen, is it?
It's not going to be easy, Leeds, definitely. They're, you know,
900
no,
1.
Yeah, well, Andrew, I'm happier with Andrews than I am with all the other 4.
Only if we get Ziggy back
For the Leeds
for
game.
the Leeds
yeah.
game, yeah.
Well, no doubt Chris Wood will bang a couple in against us. Old player.
Super 6 this week. I think I've got 4.
Yep, I'm back in.
I think I
sort
got
of top 10.
13.
What? I'm going to have to check that.
13 or 11, I think.
Double figures?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Have you done tomorrow's?
I have.
You've done tomorrow's?
No.
There is one tomorrow.
You shouldn't have told him!
Could you know what?
I'm going to do it now.
Last Wednesday, there was one last Wednesday, wasn't there?
Yes.
And I was umming and ahhing, should I text Sharon and tell her 'cause I was working?
Yeah.
And I had to text her in the end and say, look, man, there's a Super 6 on tomorrow. Oh, is there? I said, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't
In
run it.
fact, I'm going to get the audience to pick my Super 6.
You're going to get the audience to
Oh,
pick your
They're going to pick
interesting.
it now, okay.
Right.
And we'll try that, shall we? I'll just get it set up.
Whilst you're doing that, 7 with a draw at Leeds. Leeds are on a poor run, Ray. James Brown, Leeds dodgy lately. Michael Greaves. So 4, Paul Gill. Leeds bubble has burst if you read them on Championship banter page. And Adrian Harris half price against Leeds. Let's get behind them.
Well, Leeds will bring 4,000, won't they? They'll
Easily.
always bring loads. So if we can get as many as possible for the Leeds game, that'd make for a really good atmosphere, hopefully.
Daz Hines, no, it's not just you, because it's certainly me as well.
Somebody else has said
But when
that,
we
yeah.
click, I think we will hammer somebody. I think it's coming. I think it's coming soon, within these next 3. So let's hope it's
I
Leeds.
can't see a hammering. We ain't got the confidence to hammer somebody, but unless it just flies off completely off the face, and we're 2-0 up within 20 minutes, and we just keep going, and somebody completely gives up against us, but.
Capitulate.
Yeah,
We're looking forward to.
yeah.
Are you ready, Mr. Brown?
I'm ready, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Brown's Super 6 for this week, as picked by you. First game, please.
I want a score for Aston Villa versus Barnsley. That's Aston Villa versus Barnsley.
Is that on the Super 6?
Yeah. It is,
Was
isn't
it?
Yeah.
Also,
I bet you've
maybe
not
I
done
haven't
it.
done it.
I bet you've not done it.
Excuse me, can everybody take a breather for a second?
We'll take the first. We'll take the first score that comes up. We'll take the first score that comes
First
up.
score that comes up. Yeah.
They're probably a little bit behind, so
Robert Doyle says we're going to hammer somebody in the next
Oh,
3.
I
I am
have. I have
confident.
done.
I am confident. We will hammer the posts like Sheffield, hit the woodwork 3 times Friday. We know all about that. The hammering
There's
will
a
either be
score.
QPR or Wigan.
First one,
Dreamers
2-1
2-1
Barnsley.
right then. Okay.
Somebody else 2-1 Barnsley.
6-0.
Ray.
It's a good job because somebody else has gone 8.
Barnsley.
Hale's gone
Okay,
8-0.
I've picked the first one. The next game is Leeds at home to Bristol City. That's Leeds versus Bristol City. Give us a score for that. I'll take the first one as long as it's not.
It's gotta be, you're going to have the first one that comes up every
Yeah,
time.
the first
Okay,
one that comes
brilliant.
up is the score that's going to go on to
2-2.
6.
Now that could have been for the other one. We need a definition.
No, it's 2-2. 2-2.
2-2.
It's going to be 2-2, yeah. Okay, so 2-2. 2-2 Leeds. What's it? And the next game is Norwich at home to Newcastle.
Right, either Norwich or Newcastle.
Yeah, you've got to write. You've got to write the word in now
Yeah,
because
Norwich v Newcastle.
That's going to be one hell of a game, isn't it?
Yes.
Cracking game. You know, if we go by like last week's form and that.
Yeah.
We don't know where that was from. Andrew
Cave
and
is
Robert Doyle. You need to write in.
Come on, is this?
Which teams
We
it's
don't
for.
know if this is Norwich Newcastle or not.
It's
Norwich 1-1.
Norwich 1-1. Okay. So Norwich 1-1. So put the game. And the next game is Brighton versus Ipswich. That's Brighton at home to Ipswich. We should have had a prize ready for
3-2 Norwich.
Yeah, we
there.
should have done, yeah.
A couple of 3-2 Norwiches there.
1-3 Newcastle. Kevin Kelly.
Brighton versus Ipswich.
I have gone 1-1 for the Norwich Newcastle.
Robert Dawes gone 1-1 as well.
Brighton 1-1.
1-1. Thank you, Robert.
Now we have two strange games here. Okay.
I think you'll find they're called Champions League games, not strange games.
PSG versus Barcelona. That's
And
PSG.
please write
Come on,
either
PSG.
PSG or Barcelona so that we know which game you're talking about.
PSG versus Barcelona. So just put PSG, the score. We'll know what it is. Okay, and then there's one more game. Just wait to see what somebody comes up with.
Kevin Kelly reckons Ipswich will go to Brighton and win.
3-1 Andrew's gone. Oh, PSG. James Brown.
PSG 2-1.
2-1 for PSG. And the final game, Benfica versus Borussia Dortmund.
Very entertaining game, that looks
That's
to be.
Benfica at home to Borussia Dortmund. Give us a score for that. Just put Benfica. I won't know what you're talking about. And that will conclude. Oh, no. A
Your
sensible
Super
one,
Six.
maybe. Oh, there you go. 3-1.
Who said first one?
You did say first one.
It's got to be 8-7.
No.
You said
what a
That was
game.
your own rule. I said sensible.
What a game that's going to be.
Thank you.
You
very
wait
much.
till Daz Hines gets that one right. 8-7.
And I'm going to put the second minute for the first goal. And there we go. That concludes it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so can I then, in the last few minutes, have your predictions for the Preston game, please?
I'll stick with 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
I said 1-1. So.
2-1.
To Preston?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I'm going to go for a cheeky 1-0 win. 0-1 for me. And then, as we're not going to meet now until after the QPR game.
Yeah. Okay.
QPR. Prediction.
1-0 Blues.
Mr. Brown,
I'm going to go for 1-0 Blues as well.
you're going 1-0.
Yeah.
I've got to think positive.
Oh, this is going to be the battering, apparently.
Yeah.
This is going to be the mullering.
Yeah.
QPR might as well not turn up.
4-1.
4-1.
I'm genuinely going to go 4-1 against Quick. We're going to batter somebody
Oh,
soon.
right, it's okay. 4-1 Blues. Oh. Oh, well, okay.
Brett Stanley agrees with you. 4-0, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's
Brett
the one.
Stanley, come on! It's the one.
Boy, that was gone Blues 2-1. Michael Greaves has gone 1-0 Blues. And Paul Gill
2-0 against QPR.
Great shout, 4-1.
Daz Hines loves his goals.
I like him.
Following his 8-7 prediction, he's now gone
He's going
4-1.
2-0 Queen's Park Rangers, 3-2 from Michael Greaves. Why is he not starting Frey? What's your starting 11, Mr.
Starting
Fun?
11. Go through them.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not starting Frank, because I would. It would have to be Kushak in goal.
Thank God, because Lakers isn't strong enough.
And then, is this when everybody's fit?
Yeah, let's assume
Okay,
we were
yeah.
fit squad.
Okay,
Fantasy.
so we'll go.
Not that fancy.
I was going to say
We can't broadcast that one.
Bellerin right back. No, Ensue right back. Cater left back.
Thomas Cusack.
Yeah. Ensue right back.
And shoot.
Cater left back.
Yeah.
Shotton and
Morrison.
oh, yes, because I don't know how good Bielik is. So
Right.
we'll go with what we know. I would go Kieftenbeld and Gardner as a midfield two.
Yeah.
And then I would go Frey, Magoma, and tricky one. Adams behind Jutkovic. Does that leave Davies out? That leaves Davies out, doesn't it?
Does, yeah.
Oh, okay, well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, let's leave in Davis out.
so where do I take Adams out and put Davis? Yeah, okay, we'll put Davis in for Adams.
Davis. Right, there you go. That's your starting
Yeah.
11. If we had
So we got your midfield three of Davis, Kieftenbeld and Gardner, and then Frey, Magoma and Jutkovic.
Okay. Don't forget, guys, straight after this programme is finished, we're going to be showing you clips from the Leyland Daft Cup final. Please do stay around for those. Mr. Fun, thanks ever so much. Wonderful evening.
Pleasure, thank you.
Thanks to Ian Clarkson for calling in. Thank you for Mr. Buttons over there, Mrs. Brown. We'll try and get you a competition up ready for next week, and if we can, possibly even a competition jingle, which sounded a lot better than yours.
Competition. I think that's good.
I'll let Adrian
Get working on it, Adrian. Quickly.
Once again on a Monday, thanks ever so much. We'll see you, hopefully, with 6 points in the bag next week. Be nice, wouldn't it?
Be lovely.
Be nice.
Be very nice.
And don't forget, keep right on to the end of the road. And Greg says,
sort of box out. Sort of box out, Chris.
I might do, actually. I'll contact Amir, see what I can do.
Right, okay, do take care. Have a great week. Good night.
Good night.
Gives it away to Yates. Driving through from the midfield, Gale. He had the strength to shake off Vickers and scores Birmingham's second in the most emphatic fashion. Makari off the bench applauding, and well he might. Terrific shot then by John Gale.
Oh, that is an absolute blinding goal. He shows great skill here. I didn't think he possessed that sort of skill to lose Vickers. I must admit, when he hit this, I thought he would have to go for the far side of the goal. He's hit that past, you'll probably see it from behind better here. Superb link up there from Will Robinson. Good turn. From there, you would think you'd have to beat Nixon at the far post. He's rattled one past the inside on the near post. That is a magnificent goal.
5 minutes to half time, and Birmingham have taken a 2-0 lead. And how about that then for a strike from John Gale? Finding Branham, making a good positive forward run here. Now Morrissey, patrolling the left flank of this half. As Ron Atkinson suggested he might. Malkin. Malkin is onside. Cooper, and they've got one back. Cooper has scored. A look of grim determination on his face. Tranmere Rovers are back in business. Morrissey, then from Malkin.
Well, that's a lovely through ball from Morrissey. Malkin has held his one, stayed onside. A little bit of a scruffy ball in. Cooper will have enjoyed that. But all of a sudden now, what's happened? Tranmere have actually pushed 4 forwards up the plane. Malkin is an out-and-out right winger. Morrissey has switched to the left flank, although he was cutting in there. I think there might just have been a suggestion there. I don't know if it shows that of Steele being in an offside position. Not interfering with play might be added.
That's great work by Morrissey. Malkin takes it up and makes the flick into the corner there by Cooper.
The Birmingham defence has now got far more problems than they've had all game.
I think Johnny King just felt that Chris Malkin had lost his way a little bit in recent times. He had a spell out through injury, so he didn't make the starting lineup. But he's certainly making his presence felt now that he's on the field. Morrissey, and a goal from Steele! It's 2-2! And the match winner from last season has struck again. And what an extraordinary turnaround here in the second half. Johnny King isn't getting too excited, but the Tranmere fans are. An inspired comeback by Tranmere, and that's a terrific header by Jim Steele.
Yes, marvellous little piece of play here. Nice little layout there to Morrissey. Very, very much quality balling. And Steele, he's done it for years. Drew one from the memory bank there. One of his specials. But it's been coming for a while now. Birmingham haven't really been able to deal with Tranmere's momentum.
And a very popular figure now at Tranmere Rovers. Free kick drilled in towards Overson. There's Gale! And he's done it again! Fabulous strike by Gale, who goes off to receive the acclaim of the Birmingham supporters. 2 goals for John Gale, and Birmingham are back in front. One by Overson in the air.
Well, it's the old 1-2 again. Clarkson, a big high ball to the far post. Overson keeps the ball in the penalty box, and Gale, I don't know what he's been taking, but certainly this isn't the Gale I've seen over the years. I mean, that is a goal that will grace any cup final, any game. Lets it go past his right shoulder, hooks it, and he probably knew when he hit it, it was goal bound.
Just over 5 minutes to go, and it's Birmingham 3, Tranmere 2.